Okay, let's continue with Visayas visual artists. So we're through with Luzon visual artists. We come now with the people who are the faces of Visayas. Who are those persons or artists that we might not know yet? So let's go and meet them. On the first list for Visayas visual artists, we have Peter James Fantinelgo and Uri in Austria. Actually, I had a hard time to look for their pictures. So, okay, Visayan artist Peter James Fantinelgo and Uri in Austria collaborated. They collaborated, okay? So they're just considered as one. But they're not the same person, okay? They're just considered as one because they're group, they're team. Together in to create a collection entitled Lawig that celebrates a unique relationship between the neighboring islands of Negros and Panay. So Lawig means umbilical cord. Okay? Umbilical cord. Sorry. On your screen, on the picture, it can be depicted the umbilical cord of two men. So in Hiligaynon, that is a Hiligaynon dialect. So which is quite given the island's history. These two provinces have long been, I think, entwined with each other, sharing history and language that resulted in sort of we call this sibling rivalry. So the collection hopes for people to reflect and evaluate what they know about their region historically and sociologically. So their artworks revolved around Lawig, the umbilical cord, because that's the name of their collection. It revolves around the two places of Negros and Panay. So here are examples of the artworks of Peter and Green. So on your left, we have the Ang Mga Pangayao or the Migrants in 2016. So that's a metal mixed in wood. So it depicts the migrants from Panay and Negros. So they're talking about the history of two places. And then the next one, the very famous tug of war, or what they call Butungay. Okay, Butungay. So this is a work of Peter James. It's a mixed media. Okay, so as you can see, the only bottom line that they've used as a platform, as an inspiration for their artwork is, again, the relationship or the historical and sociological story of Negros and Panay. So let's remember that. Next artist, we have Nonilucio Alvarado. Okay, since the 1970s, Nonilucio Alvarado has been a prominent name in the art scene in the Philippines and in Southeast Asia. He's currently based in Bacolod. Proud of his heritage, he often uses his work to raise awareness of the Sakadas, of Negros, and the other marginalized people of the society. So this kind of artist, I have really big respect on them because they use their platform not to degrade anyone, but to uplift and amplify the voices of Sakadas. His paintings are rooted in the problem of his home province, namely injustice and poverty. So, if you're going to be an artist, always have a goal, always have an agenda, always have a goal. Okay? That should be an artist. It should be creating artwork to not just to be known. Okay? To be known, for you to be known by everyone, but for you to amplify a voice, for you to amplify a message. Okay, that's the call for artists nowadays, the contemporary artists, for you to have a purpose. Okay, an art with a purpose would be a very, very good legacy that you will live in this world. So his more recent collection entitled Babaye was inspired by the women on the Visayas. Eto po siya, Babaye. Okay, so pag Babaye, they often refer it to their place as Inday. Okay, Inday is synonymous to Babaye in their place. Okay, because I mean particularly in Visayas, they often they're endearing they endearing referred to as Inday. Babae, they refer it to as Inday. Although it tackles a much lighter theme, his depiction is anything but light. Okay? Light ang mga topic nito ni Mr. Alvarado. His figures of women are made massive and full of symbolism such as the expressionless faces and the exposed internal human structure. So as you can see on the artwork on your screen, wala masyadong facial expression ng mga babae. Okay, dito sa artwork. But it depicts reality. It depicts reality. It may look like a cubism because as we can see the angles that it creates. But his main purpose is to address the poverty, the economic problem of Visayas. Okay, of Visayas. That's very good for his part. So, let's move on to the next artist. We have Martino Abellana. Who is Martino Abellana? So, he is known as Noy Tinong. Okay, Noy Tinong. He's acknowledged as the Dean of Cebuano Painters. He was one in-demand muralist and portraiture artist. He is also known for his seascapes depicting beautiful shores and beaches of Cebu. Okay? His exposure to art started at an early age since he came from a family of artists. That's why he was in demand. Okay? He was in demand. He later became the head of the Fine Arts Department of the University of the Cebu. He served as a great inspiration and influence to generalize or in the next generations of Visayan artists. One that can still be seen decades after his death in 1988. So he died, okay? He's already dead. But he's considered the dean of Cebuano painters because of his amazing murals and seascapes. Just look at that. And also portraiture, or Visayas visual artists.